How long ago did you see the film? How long ago did you see Behind the Curve? It was on Netflix. And had you heard about it, the movie before? And have you ever heard about Flat Earth before?
Vaguely.
But laughable or whatever? Was it whatever or was it laughable?
Laughable, of course.
So it got less than laughable? Is that what you're saying? You enjoyed the movie enough
100%.
that it was.
And I didn't think it was much.
Our people hate it because it hammered us.
Well, but see, for someone like me who I've lived in Buddhist temple for a year, I used to do yoga 3 times a day. I meditate for hours a day. And
50,000 feet down.
I also do shit like I sell weed and I go dirt biking and I mountain climb. So I'm all over the spectrum. I'm fucking everywhere. I'm hyper aware. I'm very attentive. I'm open-minded. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. So when I watched that movie, I thought it was an actual documentary, and that's how I was.
It was until they added it at the end. It was the guy that made it was cool.
I could see that towards.
They just started hammering us.
I picked up on little snippets where I was like,
they started hammering.
I was like, whose side are they on? That's what I started.
I think they had to decide.
I started asking myself, whose side are they on at one point in the film?
But not right away, so that rocks.
But what was interesting is like it opened my eyes to the whole flat Earth theory, you know, and I think they made it seem like it's more of a phenomenon than it is. Although, honestly, even if you've got...
We're just going by you guys' math. You shouldn't see Catalina.
If you have 500,000 people
hey, do you guys question science?
Hang on, Ross. You're missing this.
I think you're doing good.
You're missing this.
If you got 500,000 people interested, you're doing good.
He's explaining why the movie was excellent and how strangers saw flat earthers and flat Earth as a measurable thing and not something to he didn't know that the film had even a direction until the end. He was like, oh, let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, so, that's exactly what it was. So I saw it, it intrigued me, I pressed play.
That's cool.
And I just went into it.
And
like
then,
that.
so when you see us, it was sort of the same reaction. It's like, oh, those fuckers are really out there.
I was like, cool. Yeah. It's people who have an open mind, who don't give a fuck what other people
You're great.
think.
Yeah, that's
These
so
are cool people.
Thanks.
Like, that's all I thought. Like, once I saw the flat Earth people, I said, those guys are cool. Like, these guys aren't out here fucking off with some hidden agenda trying to manipulate people. Because, like you said, did I think Flat Earth was... Did I say Flat Earth was laughable when I first heard about it? Yes, and I think that's...
We all did, man. We all did.
We all did, of course.
Our brainwashing is just so deep.
Exactly.
You know, I'm asked, you know, hey, did you flunk out of kindergarten?
Yeah.
Didn't you see that globe sitting on your teacher's desk?
You see, because I lived in a Buddhist temple for so long and I've studied Buddhist philosophy, but I actually grew up Catholic. So I've known about the manipulation behind the church and the whole...
But you got out of the mold early.
Because I asked too many questions. I said, why? And they just wanted to use fear to control me, and I saw that. And I said, look, I'm not going to do that. And then I saw movies like The Matrix, and I saw how...
Hey, man, do you have a question?
It's not really what's going on, but they wanted to tell you, like, look, this is going on in a different way. You know, with you guys working your 9-to-5 jobs, your corporations being sheeples, cogs in the wheel, not being creative, not thinking outside the box. They're dumbing you down. They're dumbing down society. I've told people for years, that movie Idiocracy, that's real. That's real shit.
It's a bummer, isn't it?
Real shit.
If that's what we're coming down to, man, it's like, fuck.
And then there's that book by, on the other end of the spectrum, that book by Pablo Coelho. The Alchemist.
I don't know that one.
Okay, it's by Pablo Coelho. It's called The Alchemist. It's a novel. It's a kid's novel. A lot of us read it in school, and it's basically just this kid who goes and chases his dream. And to me, that book is the actual what people should be taking literal. The way they take the Bible literal, but it's really parables to teach lessons and shit like that. And history and whatever the fuck.
Can you say the title again?
The Alchemist.
I've seen it.
It's by Pablo Coelho. Best book in the world. It's written like a children's book. You'll get through it in a few hours. But if you read between the lines and you pay attention to what's written there, man, it explains how the universe works with quantum physics, with laws of attraction, with all that's written in there for children. It explains
Really?
all of that. All of that.
Why doesn't everyone know about it?
Because it's one of those things. It
Oh.
wasn't written literal. It's one of those where, you know, if the Buddhists say this thing like, don't pay attention to the fingers pointing at the moon, because then you miss what the fingers are pointing at.
Okay.
So like, if your master is teaching you something and he's flawed, don't look at him. Look at his teachings.
Okay, good.
So it's one of those things. It's they couldn't tell you what they wanted to tell you because no one would have listened. So they had to put it in this children's book. And if you pick up on it and you've read about quantum physics and the laws of attraction and synchronicity, and you know how energy works,
See, that's what we're getting at.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
then that book is like a manuscript for how life works. So I see a children's book like that I'm like, that can replace the Bible instead of manipulating people. So I'm like, what else? What else? And then you guys come along and I'm like, interesting.
Yeah, and when timing's right.
Interesting.
Hey, it's going.
What's up, bro? Did you know the earth is flat?